So, what's going on? Happy Kwanzaa to everybody out there. Today is Ujima. Ujima means collective responsibility. So, I want to get onto this subject and I want to shout out to the brother that sent me these articles that's dealing with a story out of Louisiana where a lady decided that it would be a wise idea, a way to get rid of homeless people off the public parking lot or private parking lot rather, is to throw water on them and in a 26-degree weather. So I have the articles here and I just want to talk about how homeless people are being mistreated in society. Right? So let's look at the story. So this article was sent to me and I want to share with you guys. So there's a video that is circulating, right? And it says, Louisiana convenience store worker is fired after she uploaded video of herself hurling huge bucket of water over homeless woman sitting outside the shop during 26-degree weather. Wow. A shocking video of a Louisiana gas station clerk hurling a giant bucket of water at a homeless person in freezing 26-degree weather has resulted in the worker being fired. The clip was uploaded by the convenience store worker in question, Casey Young, 44. The shocking incident occurred at the Triple S Food Mark on Foster Drive in Baton Rouge on December 26. The video begins showing Young walking around the outside of the store with a bucket in her hands. A man's voice can be heard walking alongside her, recording the action. All right, and this is the video right here, by the way. Okay? So maybe I should go ahead and play it.
No, you get out the parking lot. She don't want to leave either.
Move.
Go.
I'm not telling y'all again. Move it. Clean it now. I know she called it. He called it. Sick of this.
Get it up.
Y'all got my whole store looking like a...
Man, she decorated all the balls last night.
Georgia, tell us what happened.
All right, so as you guys seen, that was the video. Okay, now let's go down and look at it. So it says, after she threw the water, Young said, move, not telling y'all again, move it, clean this shit up, clean this shit. What's it? Clean this shit the fuck up. A voice can be heard replying to Young, I'm doing it. She goes on, I'm sick of this shit. Y'all got my whole fucking floor looking like the man voice tells another homeless person to get out of the parking lot. All right, so here's the picture of this woman right here, okay? That's her ass again, right? And as you can see, that's the video. So let's speak on this. The most sickest thing that you can do as a human is to degrade another human being, especially when they are at their lowest point in their lives. Now, if she was smart enough, she could have got the police involved and say, hey, I need this person removed off the property. But instead of getting the police involved, she took it upon herself to go get some damn cold ass water. Now, 26 degrees, it's cold outside. and you pour it on this woman as if that is the best solution. Well, it got her fired. Now, my thing is, she should not only got terminated, but she should have also got arrested because that's assault. And if I was that homeless woman, I would try to file a lawsuit. That's an assault on the individual. And too many times we see people who are homeless on the street get taken advantage of as if they are not humans, as if they are animals. They low class. This is the mentality that we deal with in a society that deals with capitalism. We look down, well, as a collective, okay? Let me just say this. Society look down on those who are in a low class situation, right? Who don't have as much compared to others, who have no place to go, who live on the street, who have no job. They are looked at as animals. They are looked at as less of humans. Then you want to know why these people become nihilistic and they have no regard for other people, and they turn to the life of crime and turn around and hurt somebody because they often get mistreated. See, this is the thing that people don't want to address. They want to talk about how folks go out here and rob, how folks go out here and commit crimes, but they don't talk about how these individuals on the street get mistreated by regular folks, right? And how they deal with being humiliated, violated, disrespected, taken advantage of, and not being protected. That's the part that people don't want to address. And then if the shoe was on the other foot, this woman would not want somebody to do the same thing to her. She would have had a reaction. She would have been upset. Yes, that's private property. We get that. But how you dealt with the situation was very crucial, especially towards a black woman who happened to be homeless, not doing anything to anybody, mind her business. You know, these people don't have nowhere to go. And it ain't too many homeless shelters out there. And if it is, they can only house so many people. It's bad enough you see them dead on the street in a cold weather, in a cold temperature, at an extreme temperature. I cannot tell y'all how, I think this was a couple years ago, I seen a video where a group of kids was outside and there was a homeless guy. He was dead. He was frozen due to the extreme temperature. And do you know what these motherfuckers did? They was sitting up there playing with him. They was playing with his body, putting a cigarette in his mouth because he was dead with his mouth open. That's the sickest thing that you can ever do. It's very sickening. You playing with a dead homeless body. And the only thing you can do is sit there and laugh. Now, if that shoe was on the other foot, you would want somebody to have sympathy for you. You would want somebody to care about you and all that. You don't know what these people have to go through. These people mindset is not in the right direction. These people are really going through a lot. They deal with so much pressure. There's areas where they house themselves at, right? Whether it be under a bridge or somewhere in the woods, they have tents, and somebody come along and destroy all of that and tell them they have to go somewhere else. It's happening here in Atlanta, where we got so many homeless people downtown and people that was living under the bridge. Guess what happens? They get kicked out. They are being told that, hey, you got to move somewhere else. You can't be here. You got to go somewhere else. They're being forced out of something. I mean, we sit back and we laugh until it's our loved ones that go through this shit. Now, you've been better off not dealing with the person or not saying anything to them. It would have been a different story if this woman came in and attacked one of them and tried to kill them. It would be a different story. Then you had the right to defend yourself. But if the woman's not doing anything to cause harm or putting people's lives in jeopardy, then what makes you think that it was right for you to violate her? This is the sickness that we have as human. And this goes to show you how sick our society is. We praise the idea of capitalism. We praise that this whole concept about excellence, right? But we look at the situation with people like this, we see that they are nothing. They don't have no significance. They just low class people. They don't mean shit to society. Cast them off. It's really fucked up. And no, not every homeless person is somebody that's a drug addict. Not every homeless person is somebody that just pretty much blew their money away. No, not everybody that's homeless had a fucked up lifestyle. Okay, you got people who lost their jobs that end up being homeless, who lost their homes, end up being homeless. People who was in the military and didn't get a GI Bill that end up going homeless on the street. You got people who done got kicked out of somebody's house and they had to be put out there on the street. But what we do is, instead of showing sympathy, right, we sit there and we make fun of these individuals. Good things ain't gonna come to you by mistreating folks. Again, I repeat, good things ain't gonna come to you when you mistreat people. There's a thing called reciprocity, and reciprocity is real. What you do to others can be done to you. So if you think that ain't nobody gonna mistreat you the way you mistreat somebody else, you got another thought coming. And as far as my concern, that woman should have got her ass whooped. She should have got fucked up. She should have got beat the fuck down. Not just fired, but beat the fuck down by everybody in their community for pouring water in a cold degree weather on somebody who has no place to go. Her ass should have been locked up, and her ass need to be thrown in there with all them other inmates so they all can take turn and beating the fucking shit out of her ass. Beating her ass till she unconscious. That's just how I feel about it. There should have been necessary action. But what we want to do is we want to give a pass. And let me show you the gender problem here. Yes, I'm going to bring up gender in this case. See, if that was a man that did that, his ass will be in prison right about now. But because it happened to be a woman, she happened to get a pass. And she doesn't get any type of repercussion. She don't get any type of punishment for what she did, except for the fact she gets fired. And that's not fair. It's not fair that you would lock a male up for doing the same thing that a female doing. Both should be punished at the extent of the law. So there should have been some form of corporal punishment. There should have been some form of where she should have been thrown in prison. Because that was assault. She should have got her ass fucking whooped. There should be a form of street justice. Somebody should have came out there and poured some hot water on her ass so she could see how it feels to go through that type of situation. That's my whole intake on this. That's how I feel about it. But again, we not only blame people like her, we gotta blame society, because society refused to address issues like this when it comes to homeless people. That's who we must blame, society. Society must take a blame on this, must take a L on this, because we allow individuals like her to get away with doing such heinous crime and not be punished to the full extent of the law. So, anyways, that's all I want to say on this. Be careful what you do to people, because you never know what somebody going through. You never know what somebody dealing with. You know what I'm saying? You never know the circumstances. So be careful what you do. And all this shit with people pranking folks, that shit got to cut out too. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all put yourselves in danger. So you can't get mad people turn on you and fuck around and beat the hell out your ass or take your life or whatever. You know what I'm saying? We can't get upset when those individuals turn up, because they get taken advantage of every single day. They get ridiculed. They get disrespected, all because of their circumstances and situation. So again, be careful. It's nothing wrong with using kindness. Okay. It's nothing wrong with using sympathy. Now, if you don't want to be bothered, just let it be known you don't want to be bothered. Okay. Just keep it moving. Or, you know what I'm saying? Go on about your business. Whatever you got to do. But don't just go around assaulting people. Don't go around taking advantage of people or disrespecting folks. You know what I'm saying? Your best bet is not to give them anything. If you don't want to give them something, then just keep it moving. But don't go around throwing shit at them and throwing water, soccer punching them in the face and all that other shit. Don't. I mean, because you put yourself in a fucked up situation. So that's all I gotta say on this. Y'all take it easy on yourself. Be safe. For those of you celebrating Kwanzaa, happy Kwanzaa. Ojima, once again, collective responsibility. So this video right here is pertaining to collective responsibility, because this is a societal issue that we have. Not just an individual issue, but a societal issue. And society at this point need to take responsibility for what is happening to people that are homeless, especially people who don't really have much or that are less fortunate. All right. Anyways, make sure you guys subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, share my channel, and check out all the other videos out there. Until then, I'll hit back out. I'll hit you guys up later, and that's it. All right. And shout out to the chat. Peace to the chat. And y'all be safe. All right.